All right, we got the Lexus back in the shop today, and we're gonna be installing some ambient lighting on it. So this kit's off like Amazon or something. Everything's in Chinese, but these are the light strips. It has lights for the footwell, so you can light up your feet at night. And then little bulbs. I believe these go in the door panel at the bottom, so it'll light that up. It comes with all the little control boxes, so it all syncs up together. So you can change the colors. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so first thing we're gonna wanna do is connect to power and ground. And this already comes with a little fuse tab. So for the fuse box, it's right on the driver's side. And you just pop that off. And then to find the ground, there should be a ground wire behind this piece of plastic, so I'm gonna pull that off as well. You can just yank them up, they're just clips holding them on. You can just move it out of the way. Kind of hard to see in there. All right, so I ended up unclipping this as well, and this thing was also sitting in there. Just another clip, just pull it off. And these white wires, these should all be ground, and they go down into there into a screw. So now we gotta get to that screw and put our ground wire on. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that screw down there, it's just a 10 millimeter, and I just loosened it up, put the ground wire on, got that all set. It was a pain to fit your hand down there, but got it done. So now for our power wire, we're gonna be tapping into one of the fuses, and that's gonna be ignition number 1, which is the 10 amp fuse. It's in between ignition number 2, which is also a 10, and whatever that is, a 20 amp fuse. So let's do that. All right, so I want to make sure it works before I hook everything else up. So I plugged in this box, and then also plugged in one of the LED strips, and then it should turn on when I turn the ignition on. So like that. And now this, yep, and there it goes. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this LED strip in. And I've seen people go around here, put it like that. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I've seen them go around here. I think instead I'm gonna put it up here. I think that'll look a lot cleaner. So I'm gonna have to remove the factory tablet, which I just gotta pop this plastic piece out. And I believe there's 2 10 millimeter nuts, and this kind of just folds forwards, and I can get the strip to fit into there. Once you get both bolts out, this should just pop forwards. Yep, just like that. Get it out of the way. All right, so got the radio out, and putting the LED strip in now. Kind of just gonna use some type of plastic tool. You just poke it in as you go, and then I ran it over here, and you can see the wire. Just tucked it into there, so you won't be able to see it once the radio is in. All right, so I just got the LED strip all done. Comes over this side as well, and now I just gotta wire it down through here. Took this plastic piece off to connect it to the control box. So I just ran the lines. There's a little hole in there. Just push them up and pop out right there, and now I can plug them into the LED strip and put the screen back in. All right, so I got the screen all finished up, and now what I'm doing is I took off this panel here and then the panel on this side, because I have to run the wire for the footwell lights. And what I'm just using right now is some filler rod for welding. Just electrical tape the wire to it. And now I'm just gonna push it right through. Let's see if that works. Let's see, came up the other side, and there it is. All right, so I just ran the wire and just tucked it up through there, and Now I'm just gonna stick this on under here. You will have to buy your own 3M tape. The kit did not come with it, so I'm just gonna stick it right here, I think. And then just plug it into there and tuck all the wires. Alright, so I got the front passenger one done. Can barely see any wires, just barely sticking out from the light. And I also went ahead and did the rear passenger side as well. I ended up putting it right on the seat. Was gonna put it right here, but thought it looked better down on the seat. And I just went ahead and tucked all the wires into the center console. See the wires sticking in right there. Barely noticeable though. And yeah, so I just tucked them all through there, ran it all the way to the back. I can just throw this panel back on and do the driver's side. All right, so I got the rear driver's side all done, and also got the front driver's side done. Front driver's side was obviously the easiest, right there. Now all these extra wires I'm gonna have to tuck up in here somewhere, but I did the same thing for the rear driver's side. I just ran the wire through there and put the light under the seat. Now we can see if they all work. You're just gonna turn it on. And that works. That one works. And yep, they all work. So after I put the panels and tuck the wire, now we start on the door panels. All right, as you can see, I got all the panels back on. Hid the wires up here. Can't really see them, but yeah, now we're just gonna pull the door panels off and get the door handle lights in. The lights go down here, and then the LED strip that goes right there. All right, so for the door panel, it's one Phillips head screw right here. Then you also gotta remove this light, and then you're gonna remove this plastic trim piece in there. There should be one Phillips head under there, and then remove this plastic trim, and there's more Phillips head down there, and then the rest is just clips, and you can just pop the door panel off and get the lighting installed. Alright, so as you can see, I got the light out. I got this little plastic cover right there. There's two Phillips heads right there. And then this plastic cover goes right there, and then there's a Phillips head right there. I went ahead and removed this Phillips head already. Alright, so we got the door panel removed, and I went ahead and drilled the hole for the door handle light, which is this light right here. And then for this light, the cup holder light, I also went ahead and drilled a hole down there, and I went ahead and put the LED strip in. And there is a hard bend right here. You don't have to worry about that, since when you put this window switch back on, it covers it up. So alright, so this is the door panel light, and it's hard to see, but there is a little sticky thing on there. I already peeled it off, and you can see the hole I made right there. And you just go ahead and stick the little light through the hole, stick it on, and it's all done. Alright, I went and put the cup holder light on as well, and got this all connected. Now we gotta connect the power to the door. So this harness right here, white goes to yellow, and then black goes to black. I'm just kind of cutting them and crimping them together. All right, so I went ahead and got the door panel back on, and all the lights work. It was actually black to white, and then yellow to black. I was wrong before, but yeah, now it all works, and it's all synced up. So you can click this button, and it changes colors in sync with this one. So now I gotta do 3 more, so I'm gonna do the rear passenger side next. Alright, so for the rear door, it's the exact same thing as the front. I'm gonna remove the window switch panel, the little panel in here, remove the Phillips head, and then panel in here, 2 Phillips head, and I still have to remove this Phillips head. Alright, so I got the door panel off, and just like the front, I drilled a little hole, and I already put the light in for the door handle. And since this doesn't have cup holders, I put the other light right in like the speaker housing piece on the door panel. And now I just gotta wire it in. And for this side, yellow goes to gray and black goes to the black and white wire. All right, so we just got the rear all finished up. See all the lights work. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other two doors and then show you guys what it looks like. All right, so we just went ahead and finished up both the driver's side doors. And I'm gonna shut the lights off and see how it looks. All right. All the little lights, make sure they all work. And the back ones, let's change the color. And it looks like they all work. Looks pretty sweet at night. All the lights lit up. Not bad. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up. Next video, we're gonna be doing a trunk lip, rear diffuser, side skirts, the rear reflector lights, a few other things. But stay tuned for that. Peace. All right, so adding this on to the end, a little side note with the car. I actually found out that, so all the lighting works when the car is in park or the doors are open. But once you start the car, so start it up, lighting still works. But once you put it in anything other than park, say neutral, the lights start to flicker. And I think that's because I wired them into the factory door light, and those dim when the car is in drive or reverse or neutral, whatever. And there's not enough voltage going to the lights to keep them on, because if you look, all the other lights work. It's just the front two doors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wire them into the same wires as I did the rear doors, which those were the gray and then the black and the white striped. And I'm gonna wire them into those and see if it fixes the problem for the front two doors and go from there. All right, so we just got them all rewired and now we're gonna see if it works. So before they would work like this, but then once you put it in drive or reverse, neutral, doesn't matter, it would start to blink. So as you can see, they are no longer blinking, both sides. Just sat on a little button to change the color, but they're no longer blinking. So just a heads up, if you're doing this lighting kit, the factory light that's right here will not probably work for you. You're gonna have to wire it into the window switch, just like I did the rear, and same wires, same setup.